days since then, hadn't seen any credible threats. You may know of more. Do you think that fence needs to remain up, or can we take it down? Because to me, I think there needs to be a good argument that something is impending or likely, or either it needs to come down, not only for the look, but for the cost of it to boot. What's your recommendation?
Yeah, I'm not sure I could really weigh in on that. I mean, we as I mentioned in response to one of the earlier questions, we really don't have expertise in static defense and physical security in that sense. So
here's little Fatboy Ray, little Miss FBI director, bemoaning the fact that, they are overwhelmed with terabytes of information and they can't separate the wheat from the chaff fast enough to know when a real threat is coming across the spillway. Well, that's what they said after 9/11. And they won't admit to the China virus originating in the Wuhan lab at the behest of Obama and his Chinese confederates to destroy Trump and our economy. They won't admit that. And they're not looking into it either. They're looking away. Just like little fat girl Ray doesn't want to talk about Comey and the gang of criminals that protected Hillary Clinton and Hunter Biden and Dirty Joe. You see, they only go after who they want to, and then do they come up with all the industry men can muster. So they're worried about this one-off situation at the Capitol Hill, that they now know that some of these people were really planned and industrious in their affect, where most people were just a bunch of morons that followed the crowd up the steps. Like we don't know that? Douchebag? Hey, douchebag, we know that. But hey, douchebag, 37 to 47 cities burning for 75 days. But they were just peaceful demonstrators. But when you threaten the government rats, the constabulary, the crooked senators in Congress that promulgate all this shit with their endless lies and duplicity, what are you going to do, Fatboy Ray, when the real insurrection comes? Okay? When enough American patriots are so fed up with your bullshit and criminality that we come for you. What are you going to do then, douchebag? What are you going to do then when legions of patriots rise up? You know what you're going to do, fat boy? You're going to wet yourself. That's what you are. You're going to go wet yourself. All you effing heroes that are as useless as tits on a bull. Okay? Because when you're not lying, okay, with your duplicity, because you know what? You wish for a bigger communist government. Like every other bureaucratic apparatchik. You're all rats in the end. Okay? You serve yourselves. You see? How about Whitey Bulger, little Miss Ray? How do you excuse that? You worried about these punks that went up the steps of the Capitol that day? That was such a threat? How many people are dead because of you and all the minions in the FBI that confederated with a mafiosi, Whitey Bulger? You see, little Miss Ray, when you have to break bread with gangsters and you do criminal things in the name of law and order, you are a fucking criminal yourself. You're worse than them. You know why, you douchebag? Because with the authority of the people, you have a gun and a badge, and you persecute anyone you don't like. Well, let me tell you something, fucko. These days are coming to an end, one way or another.